Welcome to Transform with Travel, the show that explores how travel can be a catalyst for growth, connection, and transformation. We are in the middle of a very special series where we're diving into all the ins and outs of building out an intentional trip and how to plan a trip that's not just another getaway, but one that's really aligning to your life goals and your values and the season of life that you're in. If you missed last week's episode, that's the episode where we launched this series and really set the stage. So I highly recommend pausing this one, going back to last week's, and then coming into this episode. During this series, we're going to talk everything about setting your travel intention to strategically choosing destinations that match your energy, setting boundaries that help you stay present and still stay connected to your goals, and really just being able to come alive during your travels. During today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to align your goals to the destination that you're choosing. So essentially, strategically choosing a destination to travel to, which seems kind of counterintuitive. Usually, we think of the destination we want to go to first, and that's totally fine too. If it's a bucket list trip that you really want to see and it's specific to a destination like the Great Barrier Reef or Machu Picchu or the Grand Canyon. Those are destination first intentions. And the intention there is to see something that's on your bucket list. But for the intention of this series, we're going to talk about when you just feel like you need a little bit something more in your life, or you have a goal in your life that you're trying to attain to, how travel can help you elevate that based on the goal that you have. So, in last week's episode, we talked about all the different types of buckets of goals that we can have, whether it's health, purpose, relationships, personal development, career, or post career, like retirement, legacy, and how you can align your goals to a specific type of trip. So, once you have that goal, once you have that intention, now the question is, well, where do I go? And there's lots of different destinations for lots of different reasons. And I'm just going to name a couple here just to show you a little bit of the creativity that can happen. So, if you're thinking of something like health and thinking of, okay, I want to get healthier or feel healthier or reevaluate my relationship with alcohol, or I need more nature. Like I know that I needed more of a digital detox and be in nature. Then thinking about destinations that are going to really help elevate that. So thinking about places like blue zones, like Greece and Costa Rica and Japan, certain destinations within those countries, and learning from the people who make it to 100 years old. And what about the culture? What about their daily lives? Thinking about places where it's going to be really walkable, where you don't have to sit in a car or public transport for a long period of time, walkable cities. Maybe it's going more in places that are dense with forests or jungles, ocean, like really thinking about those types of destinations for your health. Maybe it's a specific type of wellness retreat that you're going on for a specific reason, to learn more about nutrition, for a yoga retreat. There's lots of different options there. And thinking about, okay, maybe part of your goal is to strengthen the relationship in your life and you're going on a romantic couples trip. What destinations are really going to bring that romance up a level, really dial up the romance? Places like Italy, Greece, Croatia. If you're more of a nature couple, like maybe there's a physical challenge that you can do together, like a hike, or maybe it's about being really cozy in a cabin in the middle of the forest. So really thinking about like how can your destination amplify your goals. And the first part of this is one, understanding what your goal is, what your intention is. And then the second part is aligning the destination to that goal. Other things to consider when you're thinking about your destination is your budget. So maybe you have, let's say, $5,000 for this whole trip, and you're trying to think, well, what's going to give me the most bang for my buck? What's going to let my dollars stretch farther? And so choosing a destination that might allow you to live a little bit more in luxury, because maybe the destination you can get more for your money in terms of hotel quality, airport transfers, in terms of excursions, really cool excursions that you can do. So maybe your budget helps influence where you go. I know I certainly have had clients that say, I have X amount of money. And then I say, we can do that, but it's going to be more of a, 3-star hotel trip. And I think, no, I want the luxury, super, luxury 5-star hotels for this trip because of XYZ goal. So then we look at other countries that can give them more for that. And maybe they don't even have to leave Europe in order to be able to receive that. Other things to consider are Instagram versus reality. Are we letting Instagram or social media, TikTok, whatever your whatever your social media of choice is, are we letting social media dictate where we go? Did you see something really cool on Instagram and now all of a sudden you really want to go there? Do you really want to go there, or do you want to get the picture? Nothing wrong with wanting to get pictures, that's for sure, but really understanding, one, Are we letting social media dictate where we go, which in turn fuels this over tourism cycle? And two, does it really look like this when you get there? It's this Instagram versus reality conundrum that we're in. Are you going to be one of thousands of tourists elbows up trying to get a picture, get close enough to, XYZ site, and you can't even really see it because there's so many people there? I think of Machu Picchu in this realm is that you think you're going to get there and it's going to be these big, expansive spaces and you feel like you're on top of the world, which you do, but you're also in lines almost like Disney World. You turn left and then you're in a line, and then you turn right and then you're in another line. It's like a maze of people. There are ways to do Machu Picchu super hyper luxury with like private entrance tickets and stuff like that. But for the majority of us, myself included, that's not the case. So, really understanding what is the reality of the destination that I'm going to. And if you really don't want to be fighting with a million other people, then maybe you choose something else. And then lastly, what to consider for your destination is the season that you're going. Can you go in low season, shoulder season, or can you only go in high season? Maybe you can only go in high season because you're working around summer dates with travel and kids. Maybe you can only want to go in high season because it's the best weather and you want to have the best weather. Thinking about how all of those things really play into how much money it is to go to that destination, what the availability is going to be like for the hotel, the crowds. If you're someone that doesn't like to be around a lot of crowds, then maybe you really have to consider what that destination might look like in low season, shoulder season, or high season. Last thing on the season part is restrictions. So I'm thinking of there's certain national parks in Montana, in certain parts of the US where it's closed for the winter. You have like a 4 to 5 month window in order to get a permit and go to those destinations. There are other places around the world, like there's certain islands in Greece which all but shut down when they're not in their typical tourist season. So understanding where those restrictions lie as well. Maybe you can only travel in November. Well, maybe going to a Greek island in November might not be the exact vibe that you're going for, and you pick another destination in Europe because of that. So there's a lot of ways to intentionally be able to bring in all of these pieces so that it is supportive of the goal of the intention that you have to get out of this trip. I hope this is helpful. I hope to see you on the next episode where we're going to talk about how to build a balanced itinerary so you don't need a vacation from your vacation. And please share this with a friend if you feel like this could be helpful for someone. I appreciate you for being here and see you next week. That's a wrap on today's episode. If you're feeling on fire and lit up to start planning the bucket list adventure you're craving, let's work together. I'm here to manage all of the hassle of planning, hand select your options specifically for you, and give you the inside scoop that no AI itinerary can give you. Click the link in the show notes to look through our pricing and packages. You're one click away from the adventure of a lifetime. This is your reminder to keep on exploring.